everybody, and welcome back to Alex Elliott Golf. Today is all about mental rehearsal out on the golf course and how we can properly prepare for each shot. Now, before we get into talking about the thinking zone and the playing zone, don't forget to follow my social media, Instagram at AlexElliottGolf. So we've all been in that situation where we're stuck out on the golf course, worried about what our opponents are thinking, worried about being too slow, worried about actually the shot we're about to play. There's water on the right or there's water on the left. Now, this all comes down to not having a routine, and having a routine will settle you out on the golf course. So we're going to talk about how we can separate our thinking zone and our playing zone so we've got clarity over the golf ball. So I'm in the situation here, I'm on the 12th tee at Mottram, and I'm going to hit a shot. I've got trouble on the left and I've got trouble on the right as well. So for me, all I want to do now is talk about how I can separate the thinking zone and the playing zone. So what is a thinking zone? The thinking zone is where we can think about the shot, think about the wind, is it off the left, is it off the right, and then we can choose our club. So this is all separate to actually hitting a shot. So now, once we're in the thinking zone, I want to separate this now from two different swings. So the first practice swing is going to be a mental practice swing, which is thinking about what technique and what swing thoughts I have for the day. So my swing thought today is wide through and low hands through the impact. So wide and low hands. I've got my technical thought. Now I'm stepping back, trying to paint the picture. I want to hit like a low fade here. So my low fade is my practice swing now. My low fade swing, which has some intent to it, actually like I'm playing the shot. So now we've talked about this as the thinking zone. This is how we separate it now. Stepping over our blue line. Once you step over this blue line, this is when we're playing. So the only thoughts I have here is the shot I'm going to play. So one look at the target and then I'd pull the trigger. So we've highlighted what we want to see, the thinking zone and the playing zone, and separating our club selection, our shot choice and our swing thoughts in the two separate zones. So what do I mostly see when I do playing lessons or playing pro-ams with a lot of amateurs? I see a lot of them choose their club, check out the wind, think of their swing in the playing zone. So therefore they've got no distinctive two zones. This therefore doesn't give them clarity, they get confused, and they're stood over the golf ball, still second guessing what club they've got, second guessing the wind, and then they're going to hit a shot, probably not make the best swing they can, technically, and therefore the desired outcome may go into trouble, they may hit it into the water, it's not the shot they want to hit. And a lot of people say to me, oh, didn't even think about that shot, or didn't even think about what club I was going to hit there. Well, that's because we've not got two separate zones. So applying these two separate zones will allow you to have some clarity over the golf ball. So we've already talked about that, it gives us clarity over the golf ball, having two distinct zones. But what also does it do? One, it gives us a focus, a sense of rhythm, and these are all things that we can be in control of out on the golf course. So if we can control this, then we're halfway there to hitting a very good shot. So we're not worried about what our partners are doing, we're not worried about how our partners are playing, because very often a lot of people say, oh, John didn't play well, so it affected my game. So for me, by sticking to our own bubble, our own zone, this gives us clarity over the golf ball, we can hit a shot, and we're not stood over the golf ball second guessing ourselves. So let's run through how we're going to use these two zones properly. So firstly, looking down the target, picking my club, assessing the wind. So I'm picturing a low fade down this fairway. One, my practice swing, thinking of my technical thoughts, wide, low hands. The next practice swing is actually hitting the shot in my head. So really, really instinctive of what I'm going to do. Has a purpose to that practice swing. Getting my alignment behind the target, stepping over my zone. I'm in the playing zone now. One look at the target to look at my alignment, pull the trigger. So as you can see, I spent as little time in this playing zone as possible. All my thinking was done over in the thinking zone. I had clarity over the golf ball. I wasn't stood over the golf ball second guessing myself, second guessing the wind, second guessing the club. Is somebody watching me? I was in my routine, I was focused, and I had more chance of hitting the shot I wanted to hit. So thank you for watching this week's video on Alex Elliott Golf. Now, this is all about not creating that perfect swing. All of us worry about it too much on the driving range, then take our worries out on the golf course. Paint a picture, get our swing to match the shot. Don't make a perfect swing we don't know what the outcome is. Perfect swings don't work out on the golf course. Make your perfect swing to match the shot you want to hit. So it'll be a different swing for a little draw, different swing for a little fade. So separate those two zones, my thinking zone and my playing zone. Let's spend a little time as possible over in this zone. Not rushing, just clarity over the golf ball. It's nice and simple, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and also subscribe down below. Thank you for watching and see you next time on Alex Elliott Golf.